Good morning, everyone,
Okay.
and all you beautiful people, welcome. And we are very excited to have with us today Steven Levy. He is the coach. He is a leadership coach in Dare2Be. His business name is Dare2Be. He is not only a coach, but has been an entrepreneur for many years in his business. And his key leadership style was the people are first and an interest in people, without a shadow of a doubt. It is therefore not by surprise that I'm sharing with you that he would be one of the coaches that we would refer our clients to from the Genius platform, because he works in the space of who you authentically are with your natural talents. Welcome, Steven.
Oh, Charlotte, thank you so much. And thank you for that kind introduction. Uh, Wonderful introduction. Thank you. And I'm
Well,
very proud of that.
well deserved, well deserved. And I'm looking forward to doing a lot more work with you. And especially because we're on the topic today of passion. So, Steven, given your successful path over the years, going from one career to another in different industries, what would you say has led you to know that your passion is this today?
It's actually a very good question because in hindsight, if I can answer that first, is I knew what my passion was when I was at school. I did only realized it when I was 54. And I
Wow.
had been practicing it. So if I can answer you kind of simply and directly in that, it was just driving home from work one day in 2014 or the end of 2014. And don't ask me why or what. I pulled my car over to the side of the road. And that's when that was the moment.
So you never
And
know. You never know when it's going to come.
hmm, you know what? It's interesting that you say that. I think we do know. I wasn't aware of it because it came so naturally to me. What I was doing, working with people, and I have one of my redemptive gifts is a giver and a teacher. And I think with all of us, not just with me, because it came so naturally to me, I was actually unconscious of it. It just happened until I became conscious of it. And from that day, I was reminded by so many people that, oh, but this is how you've been all the time, if that makes sense.
It does. So it leads me to the next question. How do you know what it feeds in your life? Or what does it feed in your
Ah,
life?
I'll tell you that I can answer you straight away. It feeds my soul.
Beautiful.
It really does.
Passion that feeds your
Um,
soul.
yeah, it does. You know, Charlotte, it's the first time in, well, I can't say 54 years because of those 54, I probably, in the initial stages, I wasn't even aware I was in the world. So the, but a big part of that 54 years um, was, I think it was just that that awareness. It's like, and it feels, but you could feel, I could feel it, but I wasn't actually really aware of it. So yeah, it does. And when we had the discussion earlier, when other people feel good or they see something in them because of working with me, it fulfills me. I think I mentioned that to you. So I get so fulfilled that it makes my day. Like that's what makes my day. There's a lot of things that energize me in my own right, like my running. It's a good space for me to be. The mountains energize me, like it's like hooking me up to a battery. But that fulfills me.
Beautiful. And what would you say to anyone who is looking for their passion or not sure if they're in their path of passion? What is one sentence or word of advice you would be able to offer them?
Become aware of your feelings and your instinct and your gut. I think that's the key to it. We're not. This is not the first time I've had that feeling. It's the first time I've become so aware of it.
Be aware of who you are. Again,
Mm.
going back to the
And
genius space, getting to know that soul part of you.
yeah, and just I think be aware of who you are, but maybe more, if I can say, be aware of how you feel, and take note of it. You know, often we get in, and I'm sure you've experienced this, and a lot of your listeners is when you get into a space, you know, we've often been in that space where we're doing something and you look at your watch and you go, oh my word, I've been here like for 4 hours. You weren't even aware of the time. And then we just kind of write it off. We actually need to make a note of it. We need to make a note of, like for me, when someone says, oh, thank you, you know, I already saw you change something for me. And I get like I'm going to say it in good South African language, I get a lekker kry. You
Jy
know,
kry so lekker jou tone krul sommer.
daar's hy. Hy sê dit beter as wat ek sê. So, but I get that lekker kry and then I brush it off and then I move on. No, I actually need to make a mental note or a written. Those are the things that I need to know. By the same token, I need to also understand when I feel drained or de-energized or irritated, because those are the things I don't want to do, which helps me see the things that I do want to do. And then I think in the advice for people, when you start taking note of that, you know where you're going to lean towards and what you need to do. Who you are is, I think, another journey of discovery in terms of how do I follow my passion in my own natural state as who I am. So that's what comes up for me.
Beautiful. Thank you. So to everyone watching, becoming aware of who you are, becoming aware of your feelings, giving yourself permission to have those moments and stepping into the world and being present, being conscious is a way forward. Thank you, Steven, for your time today. I'm looking forward to watching the space as much more unravels as we #Raise a Nation together.
Oh, I love that. Thank you. And thank you so much thank you for just being you.
Merci. Thank you.